Well, welcome back. If you've been joining us this morning, we are at Central High School, affectionately known as the Pit in Springfield, Missouri, at the National Christian Homeschool Basketball Championships. Game we just ended. Incredible finish. We had a great time. Scott Staten, Paul Gilmore with me. And Paul, we kind of set the stage for this because the winner of that game, who was the Illinois CRU, they trailed most of the game and came back to take the lead late and advance to the undisputed game. They will play the winner of this game with MHEA and the OKC Storm.
Yeah, looking forward to a great game. Both these teams look like they have good size. And we have the Eagles in the all black with the blue numbering and the Storm in the white uniforms with the black numbering.
Probably, I would say, two of the most storied girls programs in Christian homeschool basketball. They regularly meet in the undisputed games in the 18U, and here they are battling to go to the undisputed game. As that time there's an early foul just 10 seconds into the game called on MHEA. As you said, in the dark uniforms out of Memphis. OKC Storm on the line will be number 23, Madeline Bills. First shot is good. 5'8", 14-year-old gives her team the early 1-0 lead. Sets up for her second shot. Also good. Nice stroke there, 2-0. OKC Storm, and they set up on their press. MHEA brings the ball up. That's ball handler Alexandra Reed. Alex Reed, as she's known. Kicks it out over to the left side. Long three, too far. It's no good by Lucy Benson, but they come away with the weak side rebound.
Yeah, the Storm just have such tremendous length, but that time they were able to slip underneath as Benson puts it in. Ashley
Nealon, great job on the offensive board work. She played in our earlier game today with the 16U, and now she is in the 14U game. Strong drive by the OKC Storm. Madeline Bills, all 4 points for the OKC Storm.
When you talked about this earlier, not only are they storied programs, but even on our broadcast schedule, we see some of the same teams over and over, like MHEA, multiple times today.
Yeah, that's what we said earlier. I'm not sure if we had the audio on that. Or you might think you're watching the MHEA YouTube channel because 3 of the first 4 games has one of their teams in it. But that's not the case. That time, MHEA forced a shot, didn't go. OKC Storm come up with it. See if they can set something up. Ball up top. That was Sadie Key. Key kicks it over to the corner. That's number 20, Selah Harmon. She can't get it to go. The shot is too strong. The ball will come back to MHEA. 4-2 lead now. OKC Storm, the light uniforms. Ball is brought up by Alex Reed, 5'5", 14-year-old. She also played in the earlier MHEA game with the 16U, where they advanced to the undisputed 16U game. Ball that time passes a little too strong, a little too high. Goes off of the hands of Annalise Smith and will come back to the OKC Storm.
Yeah, you want to, in these situations, you've got to take care of the ball. Possessions are so critical. And now we see the Eagles in a press. Storm trying to figure out the press break. Good job by the Eagles.
Yeah, that 2-2-1 causes problems. They've got length and speed. Here comes OKC on the attack. Shot is forced up. No good by Eddy, Kaylin Eddy. And looks like they're going to call a foul there. A lot of contact. And that will put number 23, Madeline Bills, once again on the line. She's had all 4 points for the Storm. Very active player. She sinks now 3 for 3 on her free throws. You like to see that.
On that last play, Eddy seemingly ran into her own player as well as an Eagle player.
Yeah.
Before ultimately the ball was corralled and
like
Bills got to the line.
3-car collision there. The MHEA brings it up. Reed handling the ball, kicks it over to the middle. There is Nealon. Nealon goes up. Shot is too strong off the right side. Ball is tapped back in by the OKC Storm player. And here comes Reed again. Make that Benson. Benson will set it up. Benson over to her left. She's got Reed in the corner. Ball is tipped away by Bills. Bills active on both ends, and Paul, she really made an impact. She ricocheted off of the MHEA player's hands, and so the Storm will get it back.
Yeah, unfortunately, Reed was looking for that pass, but wasn't expecting it to be tipped. So when it was, she got her hands on it as well. But now she steals it back.
Yeah, Storm there. They looked like they had beaten the press, and then there at the last second, the back tip by the Eagle player knocked the ball away.
That foul is going to be on Michaela Martin.
And the ball comes in to MHEA, brought up court by Reed. Reed will scan the court, put up a long three, and looked like she was fouled, and she was by Bills. You know, that shot was a really quick shot. I don't know if she recognized that the player was closing out and wouldn't be able to stop, or if she just thought she could hit that. But either way, she's going to be on the free throw line with 3 shots, it looks like. First shot too strong. Still 5-2. OKC Storm in the light uniforms with the lead. Reed will step back up and toe the line. Try to drop this one in. Second shot is too strong. She's got the rotation. A little too strong.
Winner of this game will play the Illinois CRU tomorrow for the girls 14 and under undisputed national championship.
They just won that exciting game just before this with all 3 shots, no good. And off with the rebound comes Bills. Bills pushes the action, brings it up down the left side for her team. Drives, flips it up, off the backboard, a little short. Ball comes off of the Storm player. She was challenged there by MHEA, but decided to go in and try to force the issue.
Well, even though she missed that shot, I still like the drive.
Yeah.
Maybe the finish was a little rough, but the fact that she is driving around the defense and getting a shot that is close to the basket, I think that's a great job by Bills.
Yeah, she's been the offense for her team so far, and so you want her looking for that shot. There's a forced shot, but they draw the foul there. Wow, that was a surprising one. Annalise Smith, it looked like she was going to drive inside the lane and then kick it out, but at the last second she turned to her right and put the shot up and right into the arms of the Storm player, and that was Harmon on the foul. So 2 shots for Smith. First one is good. Makes it 5-3. Second shot. The 5'2", 13-year-old. Off the front of the rim. Ball, though, comes back into her hands. Bounces up. She goes for the shot. It is blocked by the Storm's Michaela Martin. It'll stay at that end.
Yeah, the Storm have such great length underneath that the best shots that the Eagles have gotten so far have been when they've gotten fouled.
Yeah, they've got some size on them. Here comes Nealon. Nealon drives, puts it up off the board. Too strong to the other side, tipped away. Nealon comes back up with it, kicks it out for a 3. That's no good by Benson. But the ball again, another opportunity for the Eagles, but it's tipped away. Great hustle play there by the Storm. They drive to the other end. Sadie Key. Ball went up to Bills. Ricocheted out of bounds, and that's going to go back the other way.
That was a tremendous job by Key to recognize that pass was coming, and she just cut to straight to the ball, stole it, unable to convert. But We're going to have a timeout, 30-second timeout, as these two teams are getting an early feel for each other. It's just 5-3.
That's right, and you expect to see a whole lot more points on the board between these two teams, these two programs. That they've got players that, they're in the 14U, but most of these girls have already played in 10U, 12U, some 8U, and as they do in both programs, they come up through that. They know the system, and it's kind of interchangeable parts. What's been interesting is on the Eagles side, we saw them earlier in the 16U game. Some of the same players, but they're running a little bit of a different offense. That 16U team really ran through Camille Clark when she would set up on the free throw line, but this squad is right now trying to feel their way around the perimeter. Like you said, the length of the Storm inside really causing trouble for them. Ball is brought up court. That is Reed. Reed goes to her left, dribbles, puts up a 3. That's no good. Ball is tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with the Eagles.
The Eagles have done a really good job of staying active on the offensive glass.
Yeah.
A lot of the rebounds have been long rebounds, but they've also done a great job of just following the ball.
Nealon with the ball. Top of the right key, she drives to her left in the lane, puts it up with the left hand, no good. Well, the rebound snagged away there by Benson, but the loose ball on the floor comes away, and it's the Storm. Here comes Selam Harmon. Harmon brings it up the right side. Now decides to pull it out, set the team's offense. Over to her right. Eddie back up top. Key feeds it down to Eddie. Eddie on the right perimeter, spins. Being guarded heavily, she goes to the free throw line. Here comes Selah Harmon. Ball is blocked by Benson. Great job on the Eagles there by defense. Here comes Benson, pushing the tempo. She'll drive on the left side. No good, too strong. And the rebound comes off to Martin.
Oh, nice save. Great job from Bills.
Lost it. Bills right back into Eddie. Here comes Harmon. Over to the left side. She got Key. Key holds the ball above her head. Flips it to the free throw line. Bills puts it up. too far to the right, and off of the ball comes Reed. Reed pushing the action again for the Eagles. Here goes the tempo, speeding it up, spins, puts it up, no good. There's a rebound by Eddie, and here comes Bills for the Storm. 1 minute to go, 5-3 lead for Oklahoma City in this girls' Final Four for 14U.
The Storm have done a good job of being patient with the ball when they're on offense. They haven't really been forcing a lot of shots. Granted, some of them have been blocked, but they've still gotten good looks.
They have. Two quality teams, just what you'd expect, a close ball game. Storm working around, 37 seconds. Looks like they'll be content to find the shot they want before they put it up, but there's Bills, puts it in. Nice little 16-footer from the left side. She's got all of her team's points. 7-3 lead for OKC Storm. MHEA going to try to end this quarter with some points as they trail by 4. Long three by Benson is good. 7-6.
That'll get the crowd fired up.
12 seconds to go. Harmon brings it over the timeline. 8 seconds. Storm, flip it to the left corner. She's challenged. Flips it back out top. There's Bill. She drives to her left, puts it up. No good. Off the back of the rim. So we end the first quarter of this girls' 14U Final Four game. It is the OKC Storm 7, MHEA Eagles 6. We'll be back after this short break.
They will tell you, you're not tough enough.
Incredible, the fact, obviously, I mean, walking out of here.
You're not strong enough.
Says, let me have it. Whoa, no.
You can't get back up.
Yanni Rubens Barbosa.
You can't succeed. You can't win. You never ride the world's ranked sports. But I disagree. I'll tell you this. When you get back up, you will succeed. Yes, you can.
Sim. Você pode.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Welcome back to the pit in Springfield, Missouri, the National Christian Homeschool Basketball Championships. Scott Staten alongside Paul Gilmore, and his first quarter headed into the second now. It is Oklahoma City with the lead over MHEA 7-6. Eagles working the ball outside. They just hit their first perimeter shot just before the break. There they are working inside. Nealon spins, moves, blocked by Bills. Great defensive play.
She's doing it on both ends.
Kicks it out to Harmon, and Harmon brings it over the timeline. She surveys the defense of the Eagles. Goes to her left. Key on this side. Key with the ball. Flips it down to back to Harmon, back to Key. Back to Harmon. Harmon lobs it inside. Kicks it right back out. There's Key with the long three. That's too strong. Comes off on the weak side. That's Bills. She goes to her left. Stops. Pops. 9-6 lead. She's got all 9 points for her Storm team.
Yeah, and that wasn't just a jumper. That was a step-back jumper.
Yeah,
Great move for the 14-year-old.
That was fantastic shot. 3-point lead for the Storm. Here's the drive. Puts it up and in. Lucy Benson, a 5'6", 14-year-old for these Eagles, has a chance now to tie this game up for her team.
And one thing that Bills is going to have to watch for the Storm is that was her second foul. So if she gets another one here before the halftime, she may have to sit down and take a break.
That's true. She's been active on both ends as Benson hits the free throw. We have a tie game, 9-9, 4:53 to go. And this girls 14U Final Four, the winner moves on to play the Illinois CRU, a 24-23 winner in our first game. Here's the steal. Flipped on ahead for the Eagles. And spin, drive up off the glass. And it is good, and that was Alex Reed. That was all set up by Isabella Fortner, who had come away with the loose ball and kicked it ahead to Reed to make the bucket. 11-9, first lead of the game for the Eagles.
Yeah, level of difficulty was very high on that shot by Reed. She spun into that layup, but was able to knock it down.
Bill spins. She's turned away by the Eagles zone. It looks like they've got a 1-2-2 or a 3-2 going on here. Key feeds it down low. There's the shot inside. It is up and rims out. Almost had a chance for a three-point play. That was Michaela Martin. Good recognition by Key there to be able to feed it inside, and Martin will get 2 to try to tie this game.
Yeah, the foul was on Fortner.
First shot up, and it is good. 11-10.
So
Storm.
4 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the half. And the Eagle, we have a tie game once again.
Second shot is good. Here we go. 11-11. 4 minutes to go in this game. Undisputed national championship on the line. They'll have a date with the Illinois Crew tomorrow. Shot goes up by Benson off the left elbow. It's no good. The strong board, Kayla Martin. Here we go. Storm with the ball. Working it outside. MHEA trying to deny with their zone. There's a kick down low. They keep finding that weak spot in the zone with Martin, but she is tied up. Ball is going to stay at this end, but once again, that was Fortner with the good defense down in the post.
Yeah, the Eagles did a good job of not fouling. They just swarmed with their defense, and they weren't reaching or grabbing. They just ultimately tied it up.
On the inbounds, Bill steps back. Another shot almost goes in again. Oh, she's got that shot down there, Paul. She's able to get it, take a step back, pop it. She, on the closeout by the MHEA Eagles, she was able to draw the foul and has an opportunity to get that lead back for the Storm.
You can tell she practices that shot.
First shot's good. 12-11. One more opportunity. Second shot. It's good. 13-11 lead now for the Storm in white. MHEA going from the left to the right in the dark uniforms. They trail it by 2. And a close game throughout. 3:20 to go here in the second quarter of this girls' Final Four game. Here's the spin and the drive. Kicked out to Nealon. Nealon over to the right side. Drive by Reed. Reed kicks it out. Back to Nealon on top. Nealon drives. Strong move to the bucket and puts it in. Nice touch by Nealon to drive there and lay it off the glass. She does a great job going to her left. Here's Bills on the 3. That shot is too long, but a great rebound inside by Harmon. Harmon can't get it to go. Here come the Eagles on the attack. Pushed ahead by Reed. Reed to the right side. Stops. Pops the 3. It's good. 16-13.
And every time the Eagles hit a big shot like that, especially three-pointers, you can just hear their crowd with that patented Olay chant.
Yep. They have been able to do that and had a lot of practice through the years. Here's a shot inside. What a strong move by Martin. They feed her inside. She turns, pops it off the glass, and the 5'4", 13-year-old with a chance now to complete the three-point play and tie this game. Boy, you said it well. You predicted it. I mean, every single time they hit a shot, there's an answer. They sink the free throw. We are all knotted up at 16 again. 2:25 to go here in this first half.
And if you're the Storm, you like seeing Michaela Martin get on the board. She hit a couple of free throws, and then that time the big and one, because up till that point it had been Bills as the only one on the score sheet.
It had been the Madeline Bill show. Here's a long 3. That is short outside as number 30, Annalise Smith. She, though, comes up with her own rebound. Kicks out top to Nealon. Nealon on the left side. She's going to drive. Puts it up again. This time it's short off the front of the rim. Rebound gathered in by Martin. Trouble as his ball's knocked away, but it ends up in the hands of Eddie. Eddie brings it over half-court line. She kicks it to the left side. Here's Bills. Drives. Goes left. Goes right. Shot is too strong. Comes off the board, and here comes MHEA. That's number 24 for MHEA. She brings it down the court. Smith. Anaya Smith. And Reed smartly pulls the ball out and resets it. She hit a 3 there a little bit earlier. This time she's closed out by Martin, looking for somebody to pass it to, and there's a timeout. Coach calls a timeout there. Coach Brian Smith saw that this player looked like she might have been trapped, and so he calls the timeout to regroup with this last 90 seconds of this quarter. So far, Paul, it's just been, they keep matching each other. It's been a fantastic affair of going back and forth. Both teams showing the ability to defend, hit shots, to go inside. Just seen it all.
It has been a great game. Obviously, the score reflects that, but their styles have been very similar too. They both got some great players that have stepped up so far. Benson has been scoring the majority of the points for the Eagles, although recently Reed has stepped up. And then on the flip side, Bills has scored most of the points for the Storm, but then Martin has stepped up.
That's right. And as is often the case, it's not just the points. The whole team is involved. You're seeing a lot of different players. They're battling on the boards. They're going for the loose balls, and just two really good, solid teams. It'll be a good game tomorrow against the CRU for the undisputed for 14U girls. MHEA with some substitutions now, getting a little extra rest perhaps right before the half. A tie ball game, and they're going to be patient here and working around the perimeter. Annalie Smith with the ball. She dribbles. She's guarded by Harmon. She kicks it over to the right side to Anaya Smith. That ball is taken away by Bills. Bills tripped up at the half-court line. That's going to be a foul, looks like, on number 31, Emily Foster, I believe, for MHEA. She came down really hard on her knee, and she's motioning over to the bench that she might need to come off, but her coach points and says, no, go. Just get back in there and play. We had a game earlier this year on my team where the player was tired. We were in an overtime game. He said, I need to come out. And the coach said, nope. He wouldn't let him. Needed him on the court. The Storm now, under a minute to go in this first half, tied up at 16 with MHEA. Great ball game. Oh, that one was almost cut off by Smith. Here's a long three by Bill. She was fouled, though. The closeout once again, and two quick fouls on Emily Foster. That's going to put Bills at the line for 3 shots.
Man, and if she had made that, what a momentum swing that would have been.
Yes, it would have. First shot, no good. Rims out.
She's been great from the free throw line. I think that's the first one she's missed today.
Yeah, she's been great from all over the court today. Just a fantastic first half. Most of her team's points. Second shot, no good. Now we have Isabella Fortner coming back in for the Eagles after the 2 quick fouls on Foster. Last free throw attempt for Bills. Try to give her team the lead with 39.3 to go in the first half. That one is too long. Ball hits the floor, comes off to Nealon. Nealon kicks it over to Reed. Reed brings it up quickly over the timeline. 33 seconds to go. She's being trapped out top. Gets the ball over to Nealon. Nealon likes to drive from there. Goes in with her left hand. She is blocked by Harmon. But there with the putback is MHEA. That was, I believe, number 24, Anaya Smith. 18-16. 15 seconds to go. The Storm trailing now with the ball.
Well,
outside to Bills.
Both 3-point fouls that we've had in this game, all 3 free throws were missed.
There's a feed inside, and she found the open player, not Lucy Benson, my bad. That is the other team. Sadie Key with the shot, ties it up, and MHEA and OKC Storm, we are all knotted up at 18. We're at halftime of the girls' 14U Final Four game. The winner will advance to tomorrow's undisputed championship against the Illinois CRU, who were 24-23 winners right before this one. Paul Gilmore and I will be back right after this break with second half action in this national Final Four game for girls 14U.
As a young girl playing tennis, I always dreamed of winning an Olympic gold medal for Puerto Rico. Entering the 2016 Rio Games, I was ranked 34th in the world. People said I had no chance to win the gold medal. The odds were against me. No woman representing Puerto Rico had ever won Olympic medals of any kind, and no woman or man had ever claimed gold for Puerto Rico. They said just to be an Olympian was good enough, that the competition was too good, that I should treat this as a building block for my career. They said go to Rio and just enjoy the experience. Well, I did. Yes, I can. And with real-time pain relief, so can you.
They will tell you, you're not tough enough.
Incredible, the fact that obviously, I mean, walking out of here.
You're not strong enough.
Says, let me have it. Whoa, no.
You can't get back up.
Yanni Rubens Barbosa.
You can't succeed. You can't win. You never ride the world's ranked sports. But I disagree. I'll tell you this. When you get back up, you will succeed. Yes, you can.
Sim, você pode. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
I used to think that living with aches and pains was just going to be part of my life, but now I have a secret weapon, real-time pain relief cream. I just rub it in and the pain is gone. It smells great, doesn't burn my skin, but don't take my word for it. You can try it yourself for just $1. Order yours now at tvpainrelief.com. Again, that's tvpainrelief.com. Real-time pain relief. It will be $1 well spent.
And welcome back to Central High School, the Pit in Springfield, Missouri, National Christian Homeschool Basketball Championships. Scott State with Paul Gilmore here at the second half of the girls 14U second Final Four game. Earlier, the Illinois Crew won by 1. The winner of this one will go on to face them tomorrow in the undisputed national championship. We're all tied up at 18.
I was going to say this one has been a barn burner as well. It's been back and forth, tied multiple times. Yeah, every time one team feels like they get an advantage, the other team comes back and hits a big shot.
Yeah, they've each had an answer for each other. These are the kind of games you want for Final Fours. It's well matched. All four teams just really great matchups. Here's the ball, the drive inside. MHEA trying to take the lead here. Nealon puts it up off the glass and good. 20-18. She's had several strong drives. That time she stopped in the lane and popped and was able to hit the jumper. 5:20 to go. OKC Storm going from left to right. MHEA going from right to left. MHEA in the dark uniforms, the Storm in the white. Working the ball around. This is Harmon. Harmon up top to Martin. Right now it's kind of surveying the 3-2 zone that the MHEA Eagles are in. Can't decide what they want to do with that. Addie with the ball on the left side. She drives to her left, kicks it back out to Harmon. Harmon towards the middle of the court. Inside there, that was Key. Key kicks it over to the side for Harmon for 3. That long attempt is no good, but it comes off the weak side. Inside to Key. Key tries to feed Bills down low, but it's stolen by Nealon. Here comes MHEA. Now they slow it back down. Alex Reed with the ball.
That was tremendous defense by the Eagles. I mean, Harmon got a good open look at a three-pointer, but other than that, there was no penetration hardly of any kind.
Yeah, it looked like they switched up a little, and OKC wasn't sure what to do with it. Here's MHEA with the ball. They kick it out. Fortner up top, over to the left side, or right side rather. There's a fake move, goes to the right. Benson puts it in off the glass, and now the lead is up to 4 for MHEA.
And Benson's in double figures. She had a great first half, 8 points carrying the Eagle offense. She now has 10. Bills had 11 in the first half of the Storm.
I've seen a couple of really good players from both teams, but both of them are great teams and have a lot of contributors on defensive and offensive end. OKC struggling to find an opening here, and they're going to call timeout. Good timeout there by Coach Harmon, as he recognizes his girls are really struggling being able to find an opening, as it looks like a little bit of a wrinkle. They look more like a 3-2 zone that the Eagles have dropped back into, and they're using some of their length and their speed to be able to just cut off any passes. Haven't been able to, and maybe, I don't know, Paul, is that an answer maybe to how they've not been able to stop Bills when she's been able to drive?
Yeah, I think it is a good answer from the Eagles as they made that adjustment during halftime. So far, it's looked like the Storm have just played keep away with the ball and haven't really had any movement or attacks at the rim. I would imagine that Coach Harmon is pleading with his girls to have people cut across the middle, try and penetrate that 3-2 zone.
Absolutely. Well, sometimes what you got to do when you see those zones is you can put one of your they got to pull the thunder sticks off of the side of the court there. so that it doesn't connect with the referee as he runs up and down the court. So that's what he's talking to them about. But on that zone, sometimes what you've got to do, and maybe now it looks like they've dropped back into a 2-3, is look for somebody to set up around that free throw line and then have a cutter go like deep behind those two that are behind you.
Yep, Bills did a good job of cutting across the middle, but the Storm are running what looks like a 5-out against this 3-2 zone.
So kick out top to Martin. Martin to Eddie on the right side. Eddie back to Martin. Armin, it was on the free throw line, but then kicks out to get the ball. Key with it. Over the cross court pass to Martin again. Martin back to Key. She's got a three. Puts it up. Off the back of the rim, and the rebound comes off to Reed or Benson. It's kind of hard to tell because they both have the same small number on their uniforms. That was Reed. Here's over Benson in the corner. Puts it up. She is fouled on the shot attempt. She'll go to the line for three.
Sadie Key with the foul on the three-point shot. That's the third three-pointer we've seen a player fouled on in this game. And I want to go back to the other side. The Storm did a much better job as the free throw is up and good. I believe that's Reed. They did a much better job on that offensive set. I saw players on the backside cutting middle, and every time they switched it to the other side, the other backside player would come across towards the middle.
Right.
They got a good look at a three-pointer, so good adjustment by Coach Harmon.
Absolutely, those cross-court passes. Benson tries to sink the last, and she does. 2 out of 3 for Lucy Benson. She continues to add to her noise. And okay, actually we could hear what he said that time, Paul. Someone had a whistle, and you're not allowed to have whistles in there because obviously it sounds like the official's whistle and can mess with the play. And so here we go. OKC with the largest deficit they faced, 24-18. 2:57 to go here in the third quarter of this girls 14U Final Four. Cross-court pass again, as you said. They continue to try to get an open shot that way. Martin ends up with the ball down by the baseline. She kicks it inside, but it is tipped away by Nealon. Will stay on that end. Harmon calls the play out to her team. Ball comes in. That's going to be Eddie. She spots up for a three. That's long off the backboard. Ball is tipped out of bounds. Looked like it might have gone off of a falling Reed, but that ball was tipped away, I guess, by Martin, and so it will come back this way now with MHEA.
And now the Storm have a press, trying to gain some extra possessions.
Yeah, that worked a little bit in the first half. Right now with Reed and Benson handling the ball, no trouble that time. Reed brought it up the court, got it to Nealon. Now Nealon with the ball, gives it to Annalie Smith. Smith dribbles top. She drives to her left, goes up, tries to put the shot up. She is fouled. That might have been on Bills, and I believe that's her third.
That was on Bills, which will send the Eagles to the free throw line.
That lead is starting to swell now for the Eagles, 24-18, 2:20 to go here in this third.
And once again, we heard a whistle from the crowd right as that free throw was about to get shot. It looks like the ref is going to go try and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, whoever has that, they really have to get rid of it at some point because it does mess with the players, and you can actually, not only can it be unsportsmanlike and cause, like you said, like on a free throw, hear a whistle, but it can also cause injuries because players stop suddenly or they think they hear a whistle, and so right now the official down there talking, and they're trying to take care of that. MHEA, this will be Annalie Smith on the line, the 5'2", 13-year-old on this 14U team. Into the game, number 12 for the OKC Storm. That is Ashton Bullard as Martin takes a breath. Little break here. She's been really active down on the boards, had a really good game so far, but going to take a little break on this free throw. 24-18, 2:20 to go. Third quarter. Second shot is good. Annalie Smith, 25-18. The lead now 7. OKC Storm in white. They bring the ball over the half-court line. That is Madeline Bills. She has been her team's big scorer today. Not in this half. Storm working the ball around. The MHEA faithful cheering their defense on. There's a struggle, and there's a steal. steal on the pass. Here comes Reed all the way, puts it up with the left hand, too strong. And off the board comes Sadie Key. Key grabs it and puts it on ahead to Harmon.
Good rebound by Key as the Eagles are on a 7-0 run. The Storm need to get something going here big time.
Yeah, we were all knotted up, but Eagles imposing their will at this point. Here's a long shot from outside. They might have brought her in off the bench for that. Couldn't get it to go. Bullard. It's going to be a foul on the floor. Looks like on number 35. I'm going to say that's Fortner for the Eagles. Foul on Memphis. It'll stay at that end with 1:39 to go, and OKC Storm with the ball, trailing by 7. Here's
Good look on the inbounds. Three-pointer is up, and that is nothing but net for Ashton Bullard.
You can see why they brought her in. That's definitely the strategy. That's her second straight attempt. This time she connects and cuts the lead almost in half at 25-21.
And that's a big shot for the Storm because they were at a point where they were on a drought, and shots like that can open the game up.
Yeah, you can beat him. It's the best way to beat a zone. Bring in an outside shooter and hit a shot. Here's a strong drive inside by Lucy Benson. That ball looked like it was blocked, but she just muscled it up and it went through the goal.
Bills is going to take a deep three.
Probably would have liked her to be just a step or two in there, but she was willing to take it and has had a good game. She was challenged by Benson rather, and couldn't get it to go. 27-21, less than a minute to go. MHEA with the ball and the lead. There's a drive, spin, almost double team. Nice attempt there, but couldn't get it to go by Bills, and then Reed drives all the way in. Too strong off the backboard. Off of the board comes Bills. Bills brings it ahead. Over the half-court line, drives to her left, still dribbling, drives to her right, goes up, puts it, ducks under the defender, gets her own rebound, puts it up, rolls around the rim and in to get the points for a 27-23 lead.
Good presence of mind by Bills to stick with that shot. She had just laid it up and it rolled off the rim. She rebounded it and put it right back in.
Yeah, that was just sheer will there. She would not be denied. MHEA with the ball, 8 seconds to go. They have a 4-point lead, third quarter. Ball is tipped away. There's a steal by Sadie Key. 3 seconds. She drives, looks up, puts it up. Ball is knocked out of bounds. No call. And that's how the quarter is going to end. In this girls 14U Final Four game, headed into the final quarter, it is the OKC Storm trailing the MHEA Eagles 27-23. Paul and I will be back with the last period right after this.
Real-Time Max is Real-Time's most powerful lotion. Real-Time Max delivers fast pain relief to persistent, intense pain, including deep muscle pain, cramps, and over 100 types of arthritis. Loaded with peppermint, Real-Time Max provides a powerful burst of fast, minty pain relief.
I used to think that living with aches and pains was just going to be part of my life, but now I have a secret weapon, Real-Time Pain Relief Cream. I just rub it in and the pain is gone. It smells great, doesn't burn my skin, but don't take my word for it. You can try it yourself for just $1. Order yours now at tvpainrelief.com. Again, that's tvpainrelief.com.
Welcome back. Live action here. Central High School, the Pit, Springfield, Missouri, National Christian Homeschool Basketball Championship. Girls Final Four, 14U. We had a barn burner in the first one and this one as well. It's 27-23 MHEA. Bills drives for the OKC Storm. She can't get it to fall. Ball is knocked around. Storm ends up with it again. Bills goes to her right, backs it back out, thinks twice, and kicks it up top. Here's Harmon. Harmon drives in the lane, puts up the little 10-footer. No good. There's another rebound. That's by Bullard. Bullard pulls it down, gets it over. That's Sadie Key. Sadie Key drives. Ball is tipped away from behind by Alex Reed for MHEA. He comes away with it. Nealon, back to Nealon. Here she goes. Nealon brings it up court. Knocked away. That was great awareness by Madeline Bills. Another steal for the Storm. Down by 4. 5:12 to go. Fourth period. Here's a drive by Bills. Puts it up and in. Strong move. She's had a whale of a game today, Paul.
Yeah, she's up to 15, and it's down to a 2-point game. Another great girls 14 and under Final Four game. You said it earlier. This is the kind of games you want in these venues.
Whoever seeded this did a great job, but then there's the answer by Lucy Benson. She drives, puts it in, and there's going to be a timeout now for the Eagles. as their coach wants to talk it over and make sure they understand on defense what he wants from them. Brian Smith pulling over the Eagles, and so right now it's a 4-point lead for MHEA. OKC Storm looked like the beginning of that quarter really started to be aggressive, but they went back to Bills, and I don't know. What do you think, Paul? This rest of this quarter, we're looking at a game that's going to be tight again. Our first one was tight. Winner moving on to the undisputed game. If you're the Storm, you face a deficit. Plenty of time. What do you deal with here?
Well, I like this timeout by Coach Smith for the Eagles because you just scored a basket, but he wants to sit down and talk about what they're going to do on the defense now. And so in this fourth quarter, to start it out, Bills has kind of had her way on a couple of drives. So I would imagine he's trying to make the adjustment to let them know, hey, we're going to key in on her, and we're going to make the other ladies beat us.
He's done a good job, too, where you've seen he's adjusted their defense. They've been in kind of a 3-2 or a loose 2-3 zone where they've tried to cut some things off. OKC Storm answered by bringing Bullard in, and she hit a 3. Try to open up that inside some more, but let's see, as it's kind of a chess match between these coaches trying to be able to figure out each other's defense and get some points on the board.
So the Eagles are playing a 2-3, but they are certainly keeping an eye on wherever Bills is on the court, extending very far out there.
As well they should with the kind of game she's had. Here's Key with the ball, up top to Harmon. Just working the ball around the perimeter. Bills, she's cut off. Good defense there by the Eagles. That was Fortner cutting her off down at the baseline. She kicks it back out to Harmon. Harmon over to Key on the right side. Holds the ball up overhead, goes to her left, drives the lane, puts it up over Nealon and off the glass. 29-27 now. MHEA with the lead in the ball.
And that's what you're going to have to do if you're the Storm. If they're keying on Bills, the other players are going to have to realize they're going to have room to operate.
Wow, what a ball handler. Benson was able to spin around and try to drive in the lane. She was cut off, so kicked it back out. They reset. Here's Nealon to her right. Kicks it over to the wing. Fake 3, drives in, puts up the jump shot. Good by Alex Reed. The lead back up to 4 now. OKC Storm with the ball in white, going from left to right. Here's Bills. 15-point game already. She kicks it to Harmon, fakes the 3, goes to her left, puts it up in the lane. Off the right side, ball is tipped to the right side of the court, and wisely Key throws it off of the Eagle defender. They'll get to keep possession.
Yeah, good job by Key to recognize she was in the corner kind of fading away and to throw it off the Eagle player to give them another possession.
3:28, ball inbounded. Here's Bullard, another 3. That's a little strong. Looked online. Rebound comes off to the Eagles. Here comes Benson. Benson driving hard. Ball comes off of her foot, and wisely dive on the floor. That was Harmon to tie the ball up, but it will stay out at this end as they have the possession arrow. In comes Martin. Martin has been out for a little while, got some rest. We've seen her earlier in the game, Paul, where she's been able to, on the defensive end, get some rebounds, and on the offensive end, be a good post presence. Right now, she gets the steal. Comes right in off the bench, and the inbounds is able to come away with the ball for her Storm. 3:08 to go, down by 4. There's a great inside pass to Eddie. She kicks it back outside to Key. Eddie steps behind the three-point line, puts it up off the front of the rim. Rebound comes off to Fortner. Fortner kicks it back to Reed, back to Benson. Benson brings it up. 2:52 to go for the Eagles. Goes to her right. Stops. Almost loses her footing there, but holds on just enough. Here's Reed. Goes to her left. Drives. Stops at the top of the lane. Puts it up. That jump shot is no good. Rebound to Martin. Martin. Another rebound.
Yeah, you just mentioned her when she came in the game. Already making an impact with the steal and the rebound.
She's down low on that block, and they're going to be looking for her. If they can see her down low, she had an opening there. Harmon to the left side. Key. Martin calling for the ball. Bill's also on that side. Here's another cross-court pass to Eddie. Eddie fakes inside. There's an inside the lane. There's Bill's little 10-footer good off the rim in the backboard. Just kissed it off the front of the rim, and it rolled off the backboard into the bucket. 31-29, 2:05 to go. The Eagles with the ball in the lead.
Quick turnaround from Bills. She had just caught it and turned and flipped it up, and it went in.
Here's Benson and Reed again. Benson puts up the jump. That's short. Martin again with the rebound. Here's a chance to tie or take the lead for the OKC Storm with less than 2 minutes to go in this girls' Final Four game. Second semifinal of the day. The winner moves on to play the Illinois Crew tomorrow in the Undisputed Championship. That time Bills had the ball. She looked like she was going to try to go around Nealon. Nealon get called for the push. That That's only the third team foul for Memphis. We've got a timeout. Ball, 1:39 to go. 2-point game. OKC will have the ball. What do you look for them to do here?
Well, I feel like we're in deja vu right now.
Yeah.
This feels just like the game we just called.
Doesn't it?
And it's so much fun. I believe OKC, what they're going to try and do here, and Coach Harmon's been doing a great job all day long of getting his girls to really move that ball well. When you're facing a zone,
Right.
it's less about the dribbling. You've got to really zip that ball around.
Right.
And they've done a good job around the perimeter. I would like to see them get that ball. Obviously, it's more difficult when they're keying in on Bills, but the times they've gotten it to her,
Right.
she's been able to face up and do some damage.
Absolutely.
So I think with the game on the line to go to the Undisputed National Championship, you got to go to your horse.
Yeah.
And she has 17 points in this game out of their 29, and
Yep.
so she's definitely done a great job of scoring the ball. And you know, I say something like that, and then what's going to end up happening is somebody else is going to hit a big shot, inevitably.
Yep. Well, and you've seen that. You know, Bullard is at a 3. She's connected. Martin has been able to a couple of times this game to get down low and get a shot. And so you've got some options there. It doesn't just have to be Bills. And if you see them overextend, here we go. Key at the elbow, ties it up. You called it. You called it, Paul. 31 all with 1:30 to go in this girls' Final Four. Here comes the drive. It is Reed with the shot. Too strong. Benson comes down with the board. It is loose on the floor. Eddie tries to grab it. It's going to be a timeout called by the OKC Storm. And boy, that was tough because it was hard to see if they actually had possession there, Paul. And that's the argument from MHEA. They felt like the ball was still loose, but in the officials' opinion, it looked like the Storm actually had it and then lost it. And as Eddie went to the floor and the coach called a timeout, he gave it to the Storm, and they'll have the ball now.
And I think it was equally tough from the Eagles' perspective because the referee that made the call was all the way on the far side at half court versus the ref that was right there in the corner by the play.
Right. Well, and coach had his ear, you know, he was right next to him, and so he reacted to that. And tough to say, it did look initially like they had the ball, the Storm, but it was so brief that it could have really gone either way.
Well, and obviously, you know, Coach Smith is not super happy about it, but
Yep.
he does a good job of getting his girls focused and say, look,
Absolutely.
there's still plenty of time left.
Gotta stop.
We got to make a stop.
And as it turns out, the possession arrow would have gone to the Storm anyway if it was a tie-up. So either way, it looks like it would have been at this end. The Storm worked the ball around. Just over a minute to go. Tie game to go to the Undisputed Championship. Ball is up. Bills forced it, and the official calls a foul on Nealon. Ashley Nealon felt like she had a good block there, but the official felt otherwise, and it'll put Bills on the line for 2. Now, she's not been automatic today. She's had a great game, but she has missed some free throws.
That particular referee is not making fans with the Eagles right now, but I think these referees have just done a tremendous job all week long, and certainly no complaints from a broadcasting perspective. I think they've done a good job of, when some of the games have gotten a little bit out of control, they've done a good job of corralling the players and keeping it in check.
Yep.
And they've done a good job of just, you know, letting the players play when it's time to let them play, and making the right calls when it's time to make the calls. Some, here and there, you obviously won't agree with every single call, but they've done a great job overall.
Well, and if we will admit, truthfully, a lot of times it is our loyalty to our team that shades how we do see things, and you always are rooting so hard for your team. But right there, the first free throw, that was big. She missed it. And Bills will have a chance still to give her team the lead, but she'll need to sink this one with 59.5 to go. We're all knotted up, 31 apiece, both teams with 3 fouls. The winner moving on to play the Illinois CRU in the 14U Undisputed Championship. Second shot in front of the rim, and there's the rebound to Fortner. MHEA had the ball. Ball was knocked out of bounds. Looked like Reed was knocked to the floor. No foul, but they will retain possession. Benson will inbound it for the Eagles.
And ultimately, this game is too amazing to have it be us be talking about the refs in the last minute.
That's right.
It's been a great game.
A little bit of a press there. They pull it off as Benson and Reed bring it up court. It's Reed now with the ball. 47 seconds. Team's tied. She drives, kicks it to the side. Here's a three-pointer. It's up the front of the rim into the hands of Martin for the OKC Storm. And Bills will bring it down with 35 to go. The game tied The winner to the championship tomorrow. The undisputed title of 14U girls. Bills, top, she's challenged. Ball is knocked away. Official says it was clean. Bills still challenged, but because and wasn't sure what he was going to call there. There was a timeout by the Storm. Wow, that was dangerous. Could have gone either way. The ball was tipped away alertly by the Eagles. I believe that was Reed that was guarding her there. She's able to go back and gather the ball in. 21.8 to go. Tie game, Paul. Storm with the ball. Who do you go to here?
Well, I think, again, the last time we talked about Bills, it was Key that knocked in the shot. Granted, that was off an inbound, so they had a little bit more of a set piece to run. Here, I believe they're going to be taking it in at the half court right in front of the Storm bench. And so Coach Harmon, the last time that Bills was bringing the ball down, he was holding up a 1. I think he wanted them to hold for the last shot.
Right.
But what the Eagles did well is they were pressing out so far that the guards weren't allowed to just sit there and dribble.
Right.
They actually had to pass it back and forth, and eventually it got tipped away. So I would imagine the Eagles do the same. They're going to probably put some pressure on the guards, not allow them to shoot that final shot. But they've got to be careful not to foul either. They're not in foul trouble, but you don't want to get to that point where the Storm are getting energized because the Eagles are fouling.
Speaking of which, because there's only 3 team fouls, you may see them foul as long as it's not on a shot to make them reset their defense, their offense, and allow them to get their defense set up. We'll see what happens. Here we go.
And they're playing a zone, but they are all the way on Bills. They're going to try and disallow her from getting the ball.
Key with the ball. Back to Bills. Bills has had a big game. 12 seconds to go. We're all tied up. She spins. She's guarded by Reed. Now double team. Ball's knocked away. It'll stay at this end. Good double team there. Annalie Smith cut over behind her to knock the ball away. 6.2 to go. Tie game. Into Key. Here's Harmon. She fakes. Gives it over to Bills. Bills drives to her right. 2 seconds. Puts it up. Ball is blocked and a foul is called.
Well, we talked about last game making big calls right at the end. I think that was the right call. She got knocked pretty good across the body, and she's going to have a chance to win the game with 0.2 seconds from the line. She missed the last 2.
That's right.
She's got a chance for redemption here.
She was challenged by Ashley Nealon. Official was there, right on top of it, called the foul. First shot up is good. Team has a 1-point lead. The Storm pull all their players to the other end of the court. MHEA. Second shot is good. They throw it in. Not enough time to put it up. And it's the OKC Storm. 33-31 on an exciting game with 2 free throws by Madeline Bills with 0.2 on the clock. And they advance to tomorrow's 14U Girls Undisputed Championship game where they will face the Illinois CRU, who won earlier today, 24-23. Paul, does it get any better than that?
Man, we can only hope that game tomorrow is like the last 2 games that we've had.
Fantastic finishes of the last 2 games. We've got more action coming up. We hope you'll stay tuned to us. Also, other games on the YouTube channels with NCHPC, and continue to see some of this great action as we'll continue throughout the day. Have a great afternoon. We'll be back in just a little with our next game.